Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Bunsen Burner Recordings Podcast. It's me, Fred, and we have Dan and Paul, and not joining us today is my noisy fucking dishwasher because it's fucking broken. And that's going to be the interesting story that I have this week, which tells you something is...
Well, before that, Kraken.
Oh, you didn't tell... Hang on.
That was a bottle.
That was a bottle, and it didn't even sound like sharply done. It sounded like it kind of just fell off. It sounded like off a bottle that was empty.
I was rushing.
It was like
it sounded like when you drink a beer and then you put the top back on and then you like take the top off. There's like no liquid inside. No carbonation.
No fizz.
No fizz.
No carbonation. No fizz.
Oh my god, Dad.
Oh, I forgot last week I was gonna be like, "Oh my beautiful boys, it's been so long." Since we're back, but now it's every week occurrence again.
I was gonna say last week too that we hit my goal for subscribers over the month break. I wanted 500. We were at 510 2 days ago. We're at 508 now. Again, who is subscribing and then unsubscribing? I don't.
Oops.
Oops.
They're like, wait, this isn't about science.
Yeah, I was
Eureka!
I was suspecting that we would go lower over the break because of not putting out videos, but
everybody's like, "Aw."
Are these guys really
the
done?
live studio audience, "Aw."
But we'll gain some this Thursday with a new drop.
People kept their subscription because we shut up for a while.
Nikki, I've got no legs. I've got one ear. I've got no ears. Your father's got no ears. Are you happy, Nikki?
All right.
All right. He goes, God, you were normal yesterday.
Sorry, nipples.
Yeah, we missed it. We didn't record Fred running up the stairs like 3 times. It's like the fucking noise from the broken dishwasher was like going, eh. And then he ran upstairs and then he opened the door and it's like, beep, 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 beep. So we have another one. And then he comes back down again and he goes, whoops, forgot my phone. You know, the pitter patter of Fred.
You didn't hear anything because I put you on mute.
The pitter patter of money.
Yeah, we had a podcom going right there.
A podcom. I like it.
Rom-com.
Yeah, no way. Stupid dishwasher's fucking motor is busted, so it kind of just makes a really loud noise every time I use it. But we're going to keep using it.
Appliances don't work.
It's the worst.
Yeah, just like when they sing the little songs. It's about it.
Doom, do 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 do.
But what was
So
going
what
on?
have you guys been into? Well, yeah.
We all asked the same thing.
We did all ask the same thing. It was that time to ask what's going on. Well, Fred, you introduced the episode, and I kind of spoke before you. So, besides your dishwasher, what can you tell us here, buddy boy?
Not a ton. It's like been one of
Let's
those
hear the gold.
regular working weeks, you know. That's
I know.
It's like most weeks these days. It's like Groundhog Day. I don't know what to do with that. It doesn't make for very interesting stories. Like the dishwasher being broken is the most interesting thing that's happened to me this week.
No new fucking collection updates?
Yeah, a couple of things arrived.
Any old collection updates? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just go through,
Anything?
go
I
through
can-
Fred's catalog to fill airtime.
I can tell you everything I got before we ever recorded anything.
Yeah, there you go.
God, can you remember?
We'll just flip the calendar date and be like, all right, what'd you get this day?
Yeah.
Fred, like as quick as you can, what were the first like 10 CDs in your collection? Metal wise, yo.
Good ones.
Metal. Ooh. Cradle of Filth. Cradle of Filth's Midian was definitely the first.
Right? That's the one with the Bug Man on it.
Yeah, the Scorpion Bro.
Yeah.
Probably like a couple Dark Throne, Tristania, Emperor. I think maybe Iced Earth, that sort of thing. The old Century Media Identity compilations.
Tristania.
Kind of where I launching pad for my metal career. But things that I got this week.
I was like a horse neighing with his fucking mouth closed.
No, you know what it sounded like? It sounded like one of those old Halloween decorations that like hangs, and it's like it's kind of they were kind of heavy. They were like electronic, and they had rubber arms that moved around, and they go woo, and they're like eyes lit up.
But yeah, okay. I've got a few things. So this was probably one of my favorite of the stuff I got. Oak Coffin, Jesse's band. I'm the ruler of this earth. Yeah, you know, Sunshine Award.
I wish that I was Jesse's band. What would I do with a band like that?
You just made that. You just made that song up, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, a single from their album that's coming out later this year, I think. And it's fucking awesome. It's like total ripping black thrash. The new album from Torturium, which I did not ever expect would come out, but apparently it was recorded in 2008 with the vocals done like last year. Hecatomb from Quebec, Guerre Nordique.
Hecatombe.
Yeah, that is a wild album. It's
What the heck, Tombe?
so bizarre. It's just, it's kind of like unhinged in a war metal kind of way, but it's not war metal so much as I don't think they really know how to play their instruments. But it's actually really good.
Which Hecatomb is that? Because I is that the like avant-garde-ish one, the weird one?
No, it's from it's a black metal one, and
Rare. There's
it's
like 12 of them.
so look for one that's spelled with an E at the end and an accent on the first E from Canada.
Ah. Okay.
And there should be one album from 2000 called Guerre Nordique, Nordic
Okay.
War.
And it has like the album cover has fucking gnomes getting sucked into a vortex.
Yeah, something like that.
Those are gnomes, right? They look like little gnomes.
I think they're actually like Quebecois, like hunters with those weird hats, but I could be wrong.
Ah. I don't see this thing on YouTube. What the heck?
No, it was.
No.
So this was. I discovered this album and I couldn't find anything about it. Eventually, like playing around YouTube, I eventually found one song, but it's the last song on the album, and it's like more of an outro than anything. So I kind of like obsessed over finding a copy, and I actually managed to pretty quickly. I found one of the members on Facebook, and I messaged him saying, "Hey, do you have any copies of this left?" And he's like, "No, I've only got one, but I can rip it for you if you want." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." And on this Facebook group that I'm in for metal or Canadian metal collectors, I just posted a picture of the cover. I'm like, does anyone have this to sell? Because I need to hear this. I didn't expect to get a response, but someone answered me in like 3 hours saying, yeah, I have a copy. You can have it. I'm like, awesome. How much? I'm like dreading this. I'm like, how much you want for it? He's like, how about $12 shipped? Okay. Done. So
Is it the shit?
His loss.
it's pretty cool. Like I like it a lot. It's totally unhinged. It's like the vocals are shrieked, the like kind of like the first Helheim, and it's all over the place. Like they didn't play by the rules on this one. And again, I don't know if that's intentional or just
When's that
chaos.
YouTube rip coming up?
Yeah, we need to upload it to the channel, yo.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. This thing should be heard. Let's see what else.
Your best buds haven't even heard it yet. Come on.
That's true. Split between two Greek bands, Diablerie and Shadowcraft. The Towards Judgment EP from Night in Division 187. And lastly, a small order from Tofet Distro, who's actually local, so I just picked it up from him. I picked up the Seigneur Volant compilation, Consummatum Est, the two Werewolf albums, Temple of Full Moon and Order of Vril, and he threw in the Taran demo, Storming the House of God, which is pretty cool too.
Sweet.
So that's my collection update. I'm still waiting for the Maniac Butcher demo compilation CD. That I'm surprised it didn't arrive today, so maybe it'll arrive tomorrow. I don't know.
I had a collection update. I got a package from Japan this morning. Yeah. Something I got.
Impossible.
Impossible. I got one mini CD, so this is my second of those tiny little CDs.
The 3-inch CDs, those are great.
Yeah. It's remember we were talking about E Records from Finland? They released something from Belial, and then they also did Obfuscation Swan Song. Yeah.
Yes.
I found one of those releases. It says experimental rock, and it's not on YouTube, so I bought it. It's called Plan E, E for your ears, and it's got the album artwork is like it kind of looks like a 50s cartoon man's head, but he's got like these trumpets coming out of his ears, and they're like blowing noise at you. So it looks kind of cool. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to I'll probably upload that to the channel if it's cool. I'm sure it is. It's from 95 from Finland. How could that not be cool?
What you just described reminds me of the reissue album cover for Belial's Never Again. Have you seen that?
Probably, but I don't remember. Let's see.
I didn't like it, but at the time it was the only version available.
Let's see.
And it's
if
got
I
like
it.
a demon playing a trumpet through a guy's nose or something like that. It's really bizarre.
Which version is that?
Funeral Industries, I think, released
Funeral
it.
Industries. Oh, I've seen this. Yes, I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
I would like it if it wasn't a replacement for the original cover.
Yeah, the original cover is so cool.
I know, right? I think Osmos has reissued it now with that cover. But back at that point, it was the only one really available. Because the Lethal Records one was like long out of print, right?
Mm-hmm. I remember digging that intro track, Firestorm. I think it was just kind of a weird little electronic thing. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
and then I also got
weird album, but I like it.
Yeah, and then I also got a cassette from a band called Evol, EVOL, from Japan.
Oh, they're great.
Melodic. The only I don't know, I didn't know who they
Wait,
were.
from Japan?
Yeah, from Japan.
Oh, okay then. I thought you meant the Italian
Yeah,
band.
I know the one you're thinking of. That kind of Greekish sounding black metal.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah,
Fred.
I assumed. What's that, Paul?
I said pump the brakes, Fred.
Yeah. The only reason I bought
I
this
just get so excited.
Yeah, the only reason I bought this one, dude, is
I
because
was so excited.
like on Discogs, sometimes you can't buy just one item. They're like, oh, you need you need a certain amount to buy this person.
Yeah.
That horse shit.
And sometimes it's like way more than like one or two releases. They want you to buy like 5 things. I'm like, no, one more thing, fine. So I bought this Evil cassette. It says melodic death metal grindcore. I haven't heard it yet. Artwork looks kind of cool. It's the demo from '98. I can't exactly tell what it is. It looks like a schoolgirl's body with their head cut off with a giant neck, and then there's like a Blair Witch looking little voodoo doll thing,
Sick.
and then it looks kind of cool. They have a song on there called "Self Cocooned." That's pretty cool. I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
bring up.
Sounds scary. I don't know if I could deal with that.
It might be a little bit scary. When you brought up Jesse's band and Paul said Jesse's girl, I was about to say something else besides Jesse's girl. I was gonna say, "Hey Jesse, hey Jesse." Remember Jesse?
Oh yeah, didn't
Remember
he say he's like, oh,
Disney
I haven't
Channel
heard
Jesse?
that. I haven't heard that.
What's that?
Said, didn't he say like, oh yeah, I haven't heard that?
Haven't heard what?
Someone say that?
No, I said, hey Jesse, like the Disney Channel. Hey Jesse.
Oh no, I think I must be thinking about when Joe was on, and you're like saying like a song with Joe's name in it.
Oh! I said, hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? The Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He's like everyone says that to me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
No, Jesse, the Disney Channel show with that. It was the one with that white version of Uncle Phil.
Hmm.
You remember that guy? He's like a big fat white dude with a beard. He looked exactly like Uncle Phil, but white. How come my dad don't want me, man?
Remember the episode where
Yes.
Uncle Phil broke out the pool shark in him and just like totally schooled the guy that pool sharked Will?
I think I remember that. I remember the one where Will and Carlton get like pulled over. They get wrongly pulled over. They're like, whose car is this? And like, it's my car, man. And then like Phil went down to the fucking courthouse. He's like, do you know? Or he goes down to the jail. He's like, do you know who I am? He's like, I'll have lawyers over there. And like Phil did that fucking sassy fucking judge thing. I forgot he was a judge.
Yep.
He bailed him out. And for whatever reason, I always remember that one scene from Fresh Prince, where I think it was the sister. She's working at like Hot Dog on a Stick or the lemonade place, and she's wearing one of them suits with the stripes, like the blue, red, and yellow stripes. And it shows like a montage of her working. And it was like, churn, baby, churn. Oh, I remember what it was. It was that like nerdy kid showing her how to churn the lemonade, and it shows him going fast. And he goes, churn, baby, churn, churn, baby, churn. It shows him like churning the lemonade really fucking fast. I don't know, for whatever reason, that just sticks in my mind. What do you think of Fresh Prince?
They're really on it today.
I know, we are so on it today.
I'll give you my collections updates from Unleash X Age, Avenger, Fall Devotion, Wrath and Blasphemy.
That's cool.
Got the Molested Blood Drum. Sadly, the reissue.
The Dark Symphonies reissue?
I think it was... Yeah, I think it was that one, actually.
Those are really nice reissues, though.
And then... Obtes, Aku, Senem, Divams.
I just hit my tooth on my cup, and then I farted, and then like, so now my tooth hurts, and there's like a stink.
Don't let it touch the nerves.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
Interesting sensation.
got a CD
recommend.
from Amazon. It was a Living Impaired, Blossom and Decay.
Nice, dude. Was that the first Fred burp we've ever heard on the show? I feel like that. It feels like a first. I don't think I've ever heard something like that before.
It definitely wasn't.
Oh.
Probably
God.
the best one.
Maybe the first one this episode.
That was yeah. It was pretty pronounced.
There was oomph for sure.
It was all you're from your diaphragm.
Yeah, I put effort into it.
Yeah, I heard the. Ugh. That almost sounds like Japanese like vocals. Ugh.
You know, the Blood Drum reissue on Dark Symphonies is really cool, but I still think the one on Ars Magna is the best one because it got so much shit when it came out because he had the opportunity to get Dan Swano to remaster it, but they couldn't find the master tapes, so he actually remastered it from a CD, which means that it just wound up getting absolutely blown out. So the remaster sounds terrible, but it has the original recording on the second disc, and it's also got the Stormvold CD and the 2 demos as bonus tracks. And as far as I know, those are the only times that the demos have been reissued. So I think that's pretty fucking awesome. Even if the remastered version is terrible, I mean, who cares? Just skip it.
Pretty fucking awesome.
I think I have the vinyl of Storm Void.
Like the original vinyl? No,
Well,
there was no vinyl on
Galgan
that.
Strong.
Okay, yeah, that's reissued, but still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they ever issued originally on vinyl when it came out.
It was just CD.
Hang on, Dark Symphony's reissued that. What did they put the demos on there too? Yeah, they did. Cool. So the demos have been reissued since then. Well, still, I like that Blood Drum reissue.
My ear hurts.
But
Paul, I think you left off somewhere.
I thought there was a burger place you guys want to tell us about.
oh no.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! World Burger. We went to World Burger, and it took me a little while to realize what their gimmick was. Oh, there's the stuff on the menu is like from different countries. Thus the name World Burger. Oh, they got the Italian burger. What is that? Marinara sauce on it. Cool. I just went for the fucking what did I get? The Tennessee burger or something. It was just a Western burger. That's all it was. It was good though.
A Western burger.
The Western burger was pretty good. And then Julian's like, "What the fuck did he say?" He's like, "This restaurant's kind of like Galicia. It's like you get a little bit of everything." It's like very good, very good.
Yeah, the fries weren't half bad either.
No, they kind of tasted like In-N-Out fries. Maybe slightly better. Speaking of food, today was French toast day at Grand's house, which means fucking soggy French toast.
Oh yeah, it's not good.
No.
Hell no, it ain't good. It's like Grand doesn't understand that you have to fucking do it very quickly. The dip and flip, that's a very quick process. You can't. And she's just letting it sit there. It's going through the whole fucking piece of bread. Let Grand feed you.
Flip and soak.
Yeah, flip and soak. Disgusting. I didn't even barely touch it. I ate some of the edges that were okay to eat.
You should just bring some. Be like, Graham, look, this is an example of what it should look like.
That's the problem.
It's hard
there
to
was no
find
pan,
Texas toast.
There was no pan contact in the middle of the toast. That's the problem. If the edges were fine, then it didn't make enough contact. You got to press it down, man.
Not real. Well, it's you have to you have to fucking toast it first. You have to kind of. This is the way I would do it. I don't know how French toast, the professionals make French toast, but this is the way I would do it. Texas toast, butter on the pan, and just toast it. Like a grilled cheese sandwich. Toast the thing, and then.
Hang on. Did you say sandwich?
I did say sandwich. Yeah, it's funnier to say sandwich.
Yeah, like the 444 Reich.
I say sandwich.
Sandwich? My grandma used to say sandwich, and everyone made fun of her for it, and she stopped saying it. But for whatever reason, I still say it, even at the drive-thru. I'll say, I'll have a chicken sandwich.
The important thing is we're all wrong.
I don't know. I like saying the word sandwich. It gets a laugh pretty much every time you say it. So it's good. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about? French toast. Right. Toast the toast first. Have the egg shit on the side. And then you can either dip it in there, which I wouldn't do. I would kind of just get one of those barbecue things and glaze it. And then put it on the pan again so it like, kind of cooks in a little bit, and then boom, you have a beautiful tasting, buttery, crispy, fluffy piece of French toast. Not like wasn't even Texas toast. It was it was like wheat bread.
Ew.
It was like wheat bread, and it just kind of looked like soup inside. So it's just
Uh,
that's not is right. I like
Bro,
my
got,
dad had
like-
like three of my dad had like three of them. I didn't even finish one.
bro had like fucking clam chowder bowls and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I just stuffed my face with bacon and fucking hot dogs.
You just gotta bring your own Texas toast to the restaurants, so like Larry David, like brings his own eggs.
I don't for my own eggs. Speaking of Larry David and stuff Larry David does, I have 1 million napkins from Chipotle on my desk right now. You remember he gets arrested? He like gets pulled over because he took so many napkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, take a bunch of napkins.
Yeah. I
We've
think
been
it's-
out of tissues lately, so like that just it just kind of helps. It just helps out around the house.
See what else
Oh,
you can take.
ketchup packets too. It's way to go, man.
Yeah, well, I took multiple fucking forks too.
Yeah, I was
took,
gonna
like, 3 or
say
4
family
forks.
party. Take some forks.
Yeah, take some forks. Just I mean, why they're there? Why pay? Act like the rules don't apply.
Yeah, Julian.
like-
Julian
It's
was
Chipotle. There are no rules.
Julian was driving us around on Saturday,
Yeah.
and he's a new driver, so it's real jerky
Right.
and all that.
Oh, no.
We go through a drive-through. We're like getting our straws for the coffees that we got, and then he drives away. And me and Marco were like, "Yo, the drinks." So he's just like absent-minded about that, and then we're like driving through the parking lot, and there's like this older Asian couple coming through, and he's not stopping. They're not stopping either. I'm like, bro, and he just like stops, and yeah, he almost ran those people over. And there was a skunk that was in the middle of the lane.
A live skunk?
No, already roadkill. And for
Right.
some reason, we're driving.
dinner.
we're driving, and it's on the left side, so it's like more into the other lane. So anyone else would dodge it to the right because it's already in the other lane. Him,
So he just ran over a dead skunk.
yeah, he goes to the left for some reason because he's trying to have it in between his tires, but he ends up running it over, and he's like, "Oh God,
Right.
this stinks."
Oh God!
That's how
It's
they
like-
work.
Got a whole pelt all around his tire and all that.
Oh really?
No,
Oh man,
But
that
basically
would have been
this-
awesome.
but the stink was there. What else was
It was like the time David thought he ran over a cat. There was a dead cat in his fucking wheel well.
But
That's funny. Julian does say, "Oh God." Fred says they both say it in different ways. Fred does it like you're an idiot. Fred goes, "Oh God." Julian does it like it's
Mine's
the
more
most shocking-
exasperated.
Yeah. Julian says it like it's something is the most shocking thing he's ever heard. He goes, "Oh God."
yeah. Uh,
Like he just saw like an interdimensional like monster or something. Oh God.
Egad.
Egad, yeah, Dr. Egad, Luigi's Mansion. Suka, suka.
I think my way of saying it is much more sarcastic.
What's that? Oh yeah, definitely. His is like,
God.
well, he's got the over exaggerated like Zoomer hawk thing.
Oh, God.
They like to talk like everything matters. Plus, Zoomers say bro a lot. They go when bro says bro. There's a lot of bro.
Hey, brah, brah.
A lot of bros, no hoes.
No hose.
Ain't that the truth? I don't even know what that means.
Bros and hose.
Hoes and bros.
I was gonna bring up something. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
I
were.
watched up that could have been a boner joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the first
Oh,
episode
God.
of Cops this weekend from 1988. That was pretty awesome.
It goes that far back?
Yeah, I didn't even realize it
Wow.
went that far back. Well, I was watching Cops.
It's kind of like
Because
the first reality show, isn't it?
pretty much. I've kind of I've kind of just been digging the reality stuff lately.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, like I'll be done with watching something, and it's like, well, what now? What's exciting, and what has 1 million episodes that you'll always have a new one? Cops. Love to watch Cops, and so I just kind of binged the earliest episodes of Cops this weekend, and one of them had one of those hot trailer park girls that I was talking about.
Oh.
The
Yeah, so
tens,
that's-
the Dan tens.
Yeah. I forget exactly what she. Oh, I think it was like some.
The trailer park tens.
I think it was some girl. She like went over to her ex boyfriend's house to like show him that she has a new boyfriend, and like I think the boyfriend threatened to kill her or something, and then like the cops are there, and the cops are talking to her, and the cops like, well, you come over here flaunting your body, and she's like, I wasn't going like this, and she starts like dancing around. She's like, I'm not flaunting.
Okay.
Trailer park girls are hilarious. I think that's something else too.
I mean, trailer park anything's hilarious.
Are the trailer park boys funny though?
People like that show. Are we all in agreement that Trailer Park Boys ain't great?
It's never really been my thing.
There you
I don't
go.
hate
Alright.
it, but
All right.
We found our people.
All right. Yeah. My guys, Trailer Park Boys is not that great. It's just like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but like not as good.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever seen that show was super popular when we were in high school, but do people even like talk about that shit anymore? I know that show's still going, but
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like the last season, like forever ago.
yeah, like it can't be good anymore. I remember I stopped watching like 10 years ago and it wasn't good.
I don't think I ever watched
Show has
it.
been on for like fucking 40 years.
Yeah. Longer than
They're
cops.
80. Yeah, but you have new cops. You always have new cops. It's always new. It's like Cops doesn't matter because it's new every single time.
Would you watch Reno 911?
I used to kind of watch that show when I was a kid. Like, it just was on sometimes. I remember kind of liking it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
It's probably decent. Yeah, I'm sure it's all right.
Parody of cops.
I remember I liked the main guy's name. His name was Lieutenant Dangle. That's just funny.
I mean,
Lieutenant Dangle.
how can you not?
Oh yeah, and I got Paul to catch up on Fish Tank. We talked about Fish Tank a while back. That must have been like 3-4 months back because they did the first 3 episodes, and then they like stopped.
Yeah, just
for,
when
like,
you needed it most,
for,
it
like,
vanished.
Yeah, for like 8 months. Yeah, what did you what did you think of Fish Tank, Paul? I liked your synopsis. You seem to laugh at more things than I did with that black kid who was fucking
He's
like
fucking
laying
hilarious.
on the I like when they showed him laying on the stairs for like 1 second.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking so funny.
Yeah, can you what can you
Bro,
can you
put
give
that
us a
as,
synopsis?
bro, put that as a fucking thumbnail.
Oh, him laying there? Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, you got it.
All right, so
Yeah, what's
watch
your
like
synopsis?
watch the first 3 episodes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Vanished. Dan told me that it's already up to 10 episodes by the time and now it's up to date with 11. Let's see. So right now they have, well, I don't know. It's like all these different characters, and they just seem to be coming in at random. They'll just like leave voluntarily, or they'll just get like voted off the show. But there's a couple really good characters in there. Jimmy and like the whole Cole saga was pretty funny, where there's like gaslighting him the whole time that he's like a spy, like saying everyone else is like an actor on the show. And then, later in this series, they have this like TikTok guy come in. His name's like Charleston. He's like some black dude, and he like he comes in and he's like introducing or getting introduced to everyone in the group, and there's like this guy, Japanese guy, Shinji, barely knows any English, and he was like a Japanese like porn star before he went on this show. And then everyone's like, yeah, that's like the first thing they say to about him. They're like, oh, Charleston, this is Shinji's Japanese porn star. He's like, yo, what the fuck? He said, you fuck? he's like, what? Yeah, you want to suck my dick? He's like, no, I don't play that games.
Not a gay game.
Then they're saying like, oh yeah, if you touch his dick, like your hand will go blurry too. Like it's alright.
What?
But the most funniest or most recently funny shit was when they were building all the IKEA furniture. Wasn't it like the swamp triathlon or something?
I don't know what it was called. They were building beds, IKEA beds.
Yeah, I think the triathlon was earlier because that was like when they were eating the hot dogs and like that girl. I guess her name was Carrie later.
Yeah.
Was not eating them.
My microphone's legs just keep fucking up and falling over.
How? They're pretty stable.
It's on an ottoman.
Oh, okay. Hey, Fred's on the ottoman. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
We're like, Fred sits on the floor when he does this show. I'm like, I always imagine him at a desk. Paul's like, I imagine him on a chair with the ottoman up or something. He's there with the ottoman up, and the like legs can't stand on the comfy ottoman.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting on the floor with the microphone on the ottoman.
Oh, what the?
Because
what
I'm a
the
savage.
fuck?
What the what?
But yeah, when they're like they get like as drunk as possible, and then they start building like IKEA furniture, and like people just get like way too drunk. Like, what's that guy with the long hair? TJ.
TJ.
Yeah, he gets like so drunk he's just like falling asleep, and like they're like, all right, he's in still because it was like an elimination challenge. So he was good because he was like falling asleep too drunk, and then there's like the black dude. What was his name?
Denye. Yes, there's Denye.
Oh my god, he's so fucking hilarious.
He's something.
He's
like this gay black guy who's like super fucking mouthy. It's really something. He's like infuriating but really funny at the same time.
He's fucking hilarious. He's yeah, then he's like drunk out of his mind too. He's like on the like in the stairs, like away from the challenge. He's like, yo, I'm too black for this shit. And he's like spinning around in his head like yeah.
That's what he said. He's like laying on the floor. He goes, "This is a white people's sport." He like didn't want to build the bed.
And then the next day they have this new person come in. He's like from New Zealand or something. And he's getting introduced to people, and there's this TS thing that is basically people pay to chat and their speakers all throughout the house, and then they get to say whatever they want to the contestants. And when he's in there, he's like, "Oh yeah, don't listen to these guys. They're just they're just trolling you." And then he's like, what's his name again?
Oliver?
No, the black dude.
Oh, Denye.
Yeah, I always want to say like something else, but yeah, Denye's like, oh yeah, don't listen to him, and they're like, Denye, shut up! I can see your butthole blushing from here. For like this white guy Oliver, he's like, oh, they just say the damnedest things, like. But yeah, there's just a bunch of storylines, bunch of different characters that are pretty fucking hilarious. It's probably best reality shit going on.
I remember we were both talking shit when the first season was out. We're like, "This is lame. This sucks."
Well, that was before they were turning it into episodes. That was like just the fucking live streams. That was
the live thing. Yeah, that was the live streams.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit. But
ain't nobody got time for that.
Give it to me in an episode.
Vince has time for that. He should be more involved with Fish Tank.
He should be on Fish Tank.
He should be on Fish Tank. It's a good idea. He could be like the next Jimmy or something.
Yeah, they keep bringing him back too. They're like, I can't get rid of this character. He like comes back as the Joker and fucking
You
Spider
saw
Man.
where? Did you see where he actually left?
He was
Yeah, you
like,
must have. You saw episode 10, right?
yeah. He was like, he's all, you were gonna make the show good, Jimmy. What was that? And like,
Yeah.
and then he like walks out.
He's like, I'm just trying to calm down right now. Sam's like, calm down with this. Slamming the door.
Oh, dude,
That was funny. Sam like grabbed him. He's like, bye, Jimmy. Bye.
Dude, the fucking hilarious shit was like he showed up with the fucking security guards.
Yeah, the security guards didn't know what the fuck to think about this like autistic guy with like, what did he have, like Spider-Man face paint on or something?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It looked like the face paint you get at like a little kid's party or something. Paint my face like Spider-Man.
Yeah, just like chain smoking cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, that guy talks like he's in an anime. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. The Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, Dwight Schrute.
But yeah.
Oh, Dwight.
I
Classic.
like when Jimmy. I like when that girl was smashing his little toy phone with the with the croquet mallet, and he sees her and he runs into the room and he like throws her to the floor and he's like, "Don't you ever swing that mallet at me!" And he's like telling everybody, he's like, "Hey, she swung a mallet at me. I defend myself." It's like he just ran in and pushed her. She was hitting the phone. She didn't swing the fucking mallet at him.
I know they have it like on camera and shit.
Yeah, it was right there.
Yeah, and then he's like in the like his main room, and then he's like, yeah, you guys didn't have a fucking mallet swung at you, like.
Yeah, it's like bullshit.
Yeah, where he like chucked it right at her and like.
He like threw it at her.
Yeah.
That guy Charleston, one of the moments I liked, I told you, Paul,
Oh yeah.
when he's in the bedroom with Shinji and it's like dark, but they have a night vision camera on them, and he's asking the Japanese guy, he's like, he goes, "Hey, even though it's dark in here, can they still see us?" And the Japanese kid, he hears seals. He goes, "See us?" He goes, "Seals? Seals?" He goes,
said, "Motherfucker."
Motherfucker. Yeah. He's like, "Can they see us?" He goes, "Okay." He goes, "Motherfucker, I didn't ask you, okay." And Shinji goes, "I can see you." He goes, I didn't ask if you could see me, mother. I forget what he says to somebody. He's like, so he goes, "They can't see us." It's like, so if I jerk my dick, they can see that? He goes, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And then the producer Ben comes in and he's telling Taylor, he's like, I saw you were flirting with Charleston." It's like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was like ended up being like he was supposed to antagonize everybody, but he ended up just like liking everybody. He's like, all right, we're gonna change this around. We're gonna see who Charleston likes best.
You saw where Frank was there, right?
Yeah.
The professional bully.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good when he was throwing bugs on Taylor.
Yeah. Well, that was like the whole IKEA episode too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's throwing bugs at her, and what's his name? Denye. Denye's like laughing crazy.
Yeah. Then he's like always.
He was taking her panties.
Yeah, he was like, I think like three people had him on his head, or on their heads. It was like him, and then he put it on TJ when he's sleeping. He's like, no, I don't have that on my head.
You know what was funny too? The baby challenge where some of the contestants had to be babies, and Taylor was with TJ, and she's like, he was doing a lot.
Oh yeah,
he's like rubbing her face and shit.
The boner check.
Yeah.
So blink twice if he has a boner.
Like twice.
Playing out like a baby. She did breastfeed. Frank's like, you gotta breastfeed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was funny too. Frank, right when he got there, he tells Trish, he goes, "Your legs are really big." He goes, "Are they like waterlogged?" That's pretty good.
That's rude.
Yeah. Well, he's a professional bully. You bring in the professional bully to and make things fun on the reality TV show.
Yeah, I can't imagine how many more episodes they have in them. Maybe up to 15. Like total
for 15 total. I don't know. There's what
I
More
think it's
people
been
left?
I think it's been 3 weeks. No, there's a bunch more people left.
Are there?
Well, I haven't seen the 11th episode, but
Yeah. Watch the next one.
yeah, great show though. Keep it up, Sam. Maybe I'll have to go back to season 1
I think I'm gonna do that
in
too.
this new format, and
Yeah.
hopefully season 3 comes out relatively soon. After that,
Oh, before we started recording too, we were slightly talking about that Mr. Bungle side project. What the fuck was it called, Fred?
Phantomos.
Phantomas, yeah.
Fantomas. I wonder if that's good. I might have to check it out. Well, I was telling you guys
I
to check
mean,
out the.
I don't have high hopes because
That's okay.
the one album that I looked at. Hang on a second, let me find it again. And I was very annoyed by this, and it means I'll never check it out. But Suspended Animation was the one I was looking up. First of all, it's a limited edition of 25,000 copies, which what the fuck. And there are 30 tracks, and they are 04/01/05 Friday, 34 seconds. 04/02/05 Saturday, and so forth. It does that for the entire month of fucking May or April. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And like the longest track on here is like 3 minutes long. Like, is this grindcore? What the fuck's going on?
It's an album experience.
I don't want to experience this album. Now, that said, there are 2 reviews on Metal Archives giving it 94%, so I might be missing something, but it's just not something I want to hear. I'm Hang on, I'm reading this review. The first time I heard of Phantomas in the context of metal genealogy, they were being debated as grindcore. Now, upon any listening exposure, one could quickly come to the conclusion that this band is far from grindcore. I will go as far as to call that inaccurate categorization, as totally dismissible if it weren't for this record. Well, okay, now I'm kind of curious, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was just bringing up like, if you guys don't like Faith No More, at least check out the song "Falling to Pieces." You gotta watch the music video too, because it's awesome. It works together great. Forget Faith No More as a band. Just think of this as like a hit, and you'll like it forever.
Yes, and we determined that it is not the Velvet Revolver song.
Ouch! Ooh, I just cracked my neck real nice. I checked out this dude who's like in a bunch of fucking black metal bands right now. Apparently, I was like, I'm looking for a band right now to do a split with for Unblessing and Warrior's Chalice. I want a third band just because we're doing like 2 songs each, and I'm kind of going through like new stuff on Metal Archives to see who's active. And I came across this dude. He goes by R. He's the founder of Vrasu Balat Records, I guess. Have you ever heard of this, Fred?
That name sounds familiar, yeah.
Some of these band names might sound familiar. A band called Gem Hamfarash. Kind of sounds like
Yes.
666 Catharsis.
Hang on. Why do you spell the label name again? I feel like I have stuff from them.
It's VRASUBATLAT.
Vrasu Batlet.
Yeah, Vrasu Balat.
No, I don't. I know I've heard of this label before. What's on there?
Let me take a look. This guy's in like a million bands. I think he had something to do with that fucking dude from Sanguine Eagle. I think he was in a band with that guy. You know who that is, right? That black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a bunch of bands too. Let's see. Oh, Triumphant Foul is one of these.
Oh,
these
yeah,
releases.
yeah. They did the vinyl, right?
Probably. They did quite a few of these releases here. He's in a band called Blazing Winds. Oh, this is where it kind of came from. This guy does guitar and vocals in a band called Blazing Winds, and the bass player is in Bafomancia, who's from around here, and they got pretty popular. And then he was in Desert Eagle with that black dude, and he was also in Olawan Gash. So there you go. I remember
Oh,
it
right
had
on.
something to do with some people.
Older One Gosh was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw them live. They were
I mean, I'm
very
saying
good.
was. I don't know if they're still around, but they haven't done anything in a while,
They're
have they?
they're still around.
Yeah, they're touring, or they played a couple shows, and they just, I think, released an old EP, or they made some copies of it.
I want to see if this A Blazing Winds. Oh, here it is. Okay, I've been wanting to hear this for whatever reason. That name speaks to me. A Blazing Winds, and the album artwork just looks like black and white, fucking mountains and rocks and shit. So that does something for me. It actually looks interesting. A lot of people are okay. People are saying this demo rules. Okay. Yeah. So check that out. Trying to see if there's. Oh, I know me and Fred were like on a fucking sending spree last night in the group chat, sending a bunch of shit.
Yep.
I came across a band called Nidhug. You ever heard that band, Nidhug? Sounds like Need Hug.
I don't remember which one it was. Hang on.
They're the ones.
Because
Nidhug is from the Netherlands.
oh right, yeah. No, I hadn't heard that one before.
Check them out. The first demo, it's called Dode Mans Ask. Sounds like Dead Man's Ass or something. Dead Man's Ass. Yeah, that one's cool. That one's okay. That one sounds just like Norwegian black metal. The second one sounds more like war metal-ish, but like with a Viking theme. It's pretty cool. It's called Skibbit for Nord. Skibbity toilet. Yeah, so that one's cool. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just seeing what's on my recent discoveries as of late.
Well, you kind of went down like a Norwegian rabbit hole, didn't you?
A bit, yeah. I suppose
Briefly,
we'll
yeah.
get into that
Wonder why.
shortly.
Yeah.
Say what, brother?
So I wonder why.
Well, everybody knows why right now. They can see the fucking title and shit.
Well, I don't know. They might think it's the Swedish one.
No! Come on, Mr. Muzzle.
They might. The Swedish one is good too.
Yeah, I like the first album from the Swedish one. That
Yeah,
one
same.
does it for me. The other ones, they're probably good, but I assume they're probably the same, so I don't care that much.
Yeah, I got the impression they're very samey after a while.
Also on that that dive in, rediscovered The Flesh. Remember the death metal band The Flesh from
Yes,
Norway?
the Flash. Yep.
Forgot about them. I remember they were pretty good. I
mean, they're easy to forget, right? They didn't do much.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they did and didn't do. I remember at least they have a demo and an EP. That's all I really remember.
Pretty much it, I think.
Yeah. I think besides that, what I've been interested in most is like really the craziest kind of Swedish death metal from the early '90s, like Crystal Age and Decolation and Grotesque and like Bloodstone.
Oh, Bloodstone was
fucking-
wild.
Yeah, Bloodstone's awesome. Who the fuck else falls in that? Oh, Liars in Wait, stuff like that. It's like the craziest stuff before melodic death metal really takes off, but it has like melodic death metal moments sprinkled throughout. I think that's a really cool idea.
Were you
who's
saying
another good one?
Afflicted too?
Afflicted, I would consider in that same wild little niche genre. There was another one I was just thinking about. I can't. Who the fuck did I just bring up right now? Oh, Ceremonial Oath, dude. The pre Crystal Age. And then the demo from Oscar's oldest band. They're called Desecrator. I sent that to you guys. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah, you did.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
Black
cool.
Sermons. Yeah, Black Sermons is awesome.
I don't know if they really count towards this, but I really like Necrony. They didn't get enough love, I think.
Necrony was more like a Carcass thing, weren't they?
Yeah, no, they're definitely much grindier than the weirder bands that you're calling out now. But but I liked them, so here we are.
Yeah. Also rediscovered a band that I knew but forgot about called Garden of Silence from France. It's like,
Garden of Silence.
yeah, it says death
Oh, that
doom, but I
sounds
would kind of
familiar.
consider it just doom, or maybe even melodic death metal. It's like it's got kind of the Fate's Warning vocals in it, and then like melodic. It's like mixed with fucking like melodic death metal kind of with the like vocal wise too. It's got a little bit of everything going on.
Mm.
So yeah, that. Paul showed me band that I knew again, forgot about Sanatorium from fucking Slovakia. That
Yeah, they're
first
great.
that first album is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't gone back to the EP. I probably should. But yeah, that first album it's crazy. It like Slovakia in 1999. It doesn't feel as modern as all these other bands. It kind of sticks with the old school style of like production or something. Maybe that's what it is.
Mm.
I mean, there's something about it that still has an old feel to it, even though there's like more ideas from like slightly more modern times going into it.
Yeah, it's so weird that one. It's basically like playing thrash riffs with like this old school production, but with the brutal death metal vocals over it. It's a weird combination, but honestly, take
It's
it
like
over.
it's almost basically melodic death metal, but it kind of does a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it's great.
it changes moods more. Listen to the Inverted
Remember-
album too. That's pretty decent. The Shadowland '96. What's his
Yeah,
name? I
I've
remember
only got
hearing that from.
their EP.
I
But
don't know that
do
I've
you
ever
remember?
heard the
Do
EP.
you remember Egypt?
Yes, the Swedish guys.
Yeah, Eternity Gardens your psychopathic tendencies, something like that.
You know, I had that in mind when I was kind of going through this like Swedish kick again. Are they kind of a crazy band? I remember them being a little bit kind of out there.
They were a bit weirder, yeah. But they didn't do a lot. I think it was only a
They
couple
have like two
tracks.
songs. Yeah, they have two
Yeah.
songs.
And the only reason I really know them is because they reissued the Mastication and Exhumed demos, both Swedish bands, and they tacked on the Egypt stuff at the end because I think a bunch of the members in there were in both Exhumed and Masticate. But yeah, no, it was just those two tracks. But I remember them being pretty funky, not your standard death metal, as opposed to the Exhumed and Mastication stuff, which was really good but fairly straightforward death metal.
That's another one I completely forgot about. Fucking Mastication.
It's a good demo.
Is it?
The tone on that is
it's
awesome.
That one's a little bit more like straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah. Mastication and Exhumed are both pretty straightforward death metal. Egypt was the weird one out there.
There was a Swedish band called Disgorge. You guys ever hear that one?
Yeah,
The Swedish, yeah, that one was cool. Might have to check that out again. I have a brief memory of like going on a bike ride and having that on while I went down the trail. We all want to check out this fucking the Swedish Discord.
There was a Swedish band called Incarnated that didn't get much attention, but their stuff got reissued not too long ago. I think their first demo was in 90, I want to say 93 or 94, so a bit later to the
Gathering?
game. Wool Gathering, yeah, that's the one,
Why is it called Wool Gathering?
because that's what they called it.
What does that mean?
Oh, gathering
Like
wool?
wool?
Yeah.
His teeth were made of wool. Well, it's called
feel like
Wool
the-
Gathering, and there's like a demon on it. Is he the wool gatherer?
I feel like it must be. I mean, I feel like it must be connected to some sort of legend because wool gathering is supposed to be like dreaming, right? Like just
Is that what that
day-
means?
Yeah, it's just like farting about and just like daydreaming. But
Farting about? I love that with the Canadian accent. Oh, he's just farting a boot.
I did not say a boot.
I know you didn't. You almost did.
I want you to.
You ready? You ready? Here it comes. Oh God.
I thought you were gonna say a boot.
A boot. Yay.
Yes. All right. Do we have anything else on the agenda? I think I've run my course here. Everyone seems like they're
No.
sleeping today,
I've started wool
including
gathering.
myself. What's that?
I've started wool gathering.
Right.
I think I'm turning Japanese with these Sapporos, so.
I think I'm turning Japanese.
All
Japanese. I really think
Well,
so.
So, break time? What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
How long
Yeah,
have we
I'm
been
gonna
on?
Please,
40
please,
minutes?
let's go to break. No, it's been an hour. Exactly.
Okay.
I'm
An
gonna make
hour
some popcorn.
exactly.
Exactly.
You guys ever seen that
exactly.
how to pronounce things incorrectly? And this guy's in a store just pronouncing things wrong, and he gets to Pop Secret and calls it Poop Secrete.
Poop secret. I think I might have seen that.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Poop secret.
Poop Secrete.
I'm gonna throw away my drawing.
Well, after that shit, let's go on break.
All right.
Yeah, popcorn.
All right, we're back from our break.
We are.
A little extra long break. I had to poo.
Was it good though? Like,
Have
you heard of the-
I was watching. Huh?
have you heard of the Bristol stool scale?
No.
That lets you categorize the type of poop that you have. Sorry, the Bristol stool chart.
I've been pooing all day. This one wasn't great. This one was a little.
Well, if you had the
little
chart in front of you, you could tell
explosive.
us. If you had the chart in front of you, you could tell us exactly what kind.
All right, wait, Fred, you
Nasty
take your
kind.
Yeah, Fred, you take your bets, and then I'll take mine, and then Dan will see what he has.
Based on what Dan said, I'm gonna go with type 6.
I was gonna say 6, but just for that, I'll go 7.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see.
Bristol
The
stool chart.
Let me take a look at the stool chart.
I think we've reached a new low in our podcast, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe type 6.
Oh,
It was just like a nasty poo. Well, I had a cigarette, and I didn't even realize I had to go, and I was having a cigarette outside. I'm like, gotta go to the bathroom. And I sat down. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
then your
just
fluffy pieces with ragged edges and mushy stool came out.
hanging out and
Way to
hanging
describe
out
it.
and just suddenly got a poops.
Yeah, pretty much. I was watching Cops again on break.
Got sweaty.
It was pretty good. It was
Sweaty.
yeah, getting sweaty from watching Cops.
Just sitting there going, oh.
So they fucking they busted this guy at a hotel, this Puerto Rican guy, for selling tar heroin. And
Was it a pissed off long-legged Puerto Rican?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So they bust this guy for like selling heroin out of this hotel room, and I guess he had a bunch of people like. It's old, so this is like before cell phones and stuff. So he just had people like meeting up there, and the cops busted him, and they like answered his phone. He's like, "See." Yeah, one of the cops is like telling him to come over, and like they edited it in such a funny way. A guy comes in, they bust him. They're like, "Yeah, come on in," and then they like throw him on the bed to arrest him, and he goes, "Can one of you pull my pants up, please?" And then they cut to the next. They cut to the next person. It's some lady, and she goes, "What's going on?" And the cop goes, "You're under arrest." She goes, "Well, I figured that out."
Well, I figured that out.
It's pretty good. I like the cuts, and I like all that. Yeah, Cops. Cops is awesome. Just, when in doubt, watch Cops. You'll feel better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So part 2 of the recording of this here episode number 102.
Recording. Yeah.
Number 102. What we doing today for the next about an hour, let's say?
Oh, today we have a demo from a Norwegian band. Norwegian being key here because there is a
Yeah.
much more well-known band named Naglfar.
Isn't there another
Naglfar's
one
and
from Germany too?
That's the one.
what?
Say, isn't there another Naglfar from Germany?
Oh yeah, they're spelled different though. Come on,
Oh, sorry.
they have
All right. Oh, come on.
they have an e they have an e in their name.
They spelled it right.
They definitely spelled it. Yeah, so this demo is the reissue I have credits it as Demo 94, which may or may not be correct. It was recorded in 94 for sure. And the band says in the liner notes that they didn't actually release it to the public until 96. So take that as you will. But this is a 6-song demo, again, recorded in 94, with very, very much Viking themes. And this band refused to be called black metal, even though musically
It's super black
very,
metal.
yeah. But
The best kind.
they called themselves True Norwegian Metal, basing that off the fact that they recorded their music and lyrics and riffs, I suppose, based off of Norwegian melodies and folk stuff, which kind of wound up fitting right in with Norwegian black metal. Yeah, just a band that's like very much in line with like early Hades or Helheim or very early Einherjar. But with some of the more frantic parts, kind of reminds me of the first Borknagar album as well. But there's some really good stuff in here. The Viking theme really comes through really, really well on the riffs, and we'll hear that as we listen to it. But yeah, it's a fairly new discovery for me. I've known that there was a Norwegian Naglfar for a while, but actually like sitting down and spending time with it is recent to the last few weeks when Fine Day to Die started a new side label called what do they call it? Nordic Crusade, I think, where they're just reissuing old demo material. And this particular one, they reissued the Naglfar demo along with the Morgul demo. And if anyone's interested, the other ones that they've done is the Seeds of Hate compilation, and then the Imperium and Mactatus demo split, which is two more Norwegian bands. But yeah, so I ordered that compilation, got the CD, and have been spending a lot more time with it, and realizing just how fucking good it is.
It's pretty good.
I think it
I
took you more
honestly-
than
I-
one listen to realize that.
Sorry.
I said it took you more than one listen to realize that.
No, so like one solid listen in, I'm like, this is a lot better than I remember, because I know I'd listened to it at some point in the past, or at least scoped part of it and thought, yeah, this is cool. And I never really like, if something doesn't exist on a release format that I can easily get a hold of, I'm less likely to spend a lot of time with it. So I had checked it out to some degree and liked what I heard, but didn't really spend a whole lot of time with it. Now that I've got the actual CD, obviously I've been playing it a lot more, and rather than being a good release, I think it's fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my brief history of how I got to this point, and I think most of my picks have been stuff that I've liked for quite a while, and have been excited to bring on and finally bring attention to. I think this is one of the first ones we've done that I've only really listened to it for the last couple weeks, I guess, maybe a couple months.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get the newbies in there sometimes.
Yeah, and even then, it's still like 30 years old, but still
Yeah,
new to me.
I think that's gonna be my thing. Some things that on the backlog, old ones that I've listened to while coming up, and then newer ones that are more interesting to my taste now. So I'm just
Probably
gonna be
me too.
go
I'm in the same boat.
yeah, and be going in between both of those.
Mm, yeah, but
It's kind of
yeah,
interesting you
what did
said.
you guys think of this one?
Well, it's interesting you said that these guys don't consider themselves a black metal band. It does say slight black metal aesthetic. I mean, it sounds. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you named a few bands that it kind of sounds like,
Mm,
but it seems to be like a total outlier. I couldn't really think of anything that this 100% or not like kind of sounded like. It didn't really sound like much. Maybe the closest thing was like that a more compressed version of Passage d'Iver or however you pronounce that band.
yeah,
It reminded me of
for
that.
for
Like I
for
feel
everyone
like
wondering, it's Paysage d'Hiver, but I digress.
Passage d'Hiver.
Hey, that was pretty
Uh,
good.
yeah, fucking. I feel like this is what I want that band to be, or wanted that band to be. Maybe I haven't spent enough time with that band, but it's everything from them seems a bit drawn out, and like it takes a long time for stuff to happen. Where this is like pretty darn immediate. I mean, right when you sent this on Monday or last Monday, I heard maybe the first 5 seconds of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be pretty fucking cool." Oh, and also, you know something? The fact that this isn't a black metal band would make sense just because on the band photo, three of the members are wearing shorts, and you usually don't see that.
The the photos of the band in the reissue do not have shorts.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. Well, I see that they have a single called "Fat Old Heavy Metal Mama" in 2002.
Yes, I think that was recorded earlier than that, but that is not one that I've heard.
Did you check out the demo that I sent from their other band, Pyoria?
Yeah, I had actually heard that before when I was listening to this demo a few weeks ago, and I kind of started poking around what they've done. That one is a pretty cleavage from beyond.
Cleavage, yeah, ancient flatulence beneath a cleavage from beyond.
Yeah, ancient flatulence. That's, anyways. That album, that demo title is just a whole, along with the fart that should not be, is definitely one of the more interestingly named Norwegian death metal demos.
Yeah,
But it's
this
pretty cool
does
though.
feel like, yeah, it is cool. It kind of reminds me of Molested in a slight way, where it's like it's death metal, but there's a still a lot of black metal isms within it.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to escape that in Norway, right?
Yeah, there was another band that I think you brought on, Fred, where they had a side project where it was like almost the same thing, but it was like black metal with fucking death metal vocals. Like I mean the same thing where it's like, oh, it's a black metal band, but then they had a death metal project, but it's actually not as death metal as it's not that far away from what they're doing as a black
Like a
metal band.
Norwegian band?
Yeah, it might have been a Norwegian band. I can't remember what it was, but there was a band where there was a similar situation.
Well, I mean, Norway had a lot of those, right? They had a lot of bands that were death metal when the members were starting to head towards black metal. I mean, like Amputation and Old Funeral and Phobia and all that stuff, right? But
Well, yeah, this one comes out what a year before the Naglfar demo is recorded, right?
this one, so what's written in the booklet is a little different from what seems to be online. So they call it Demo 94, even though it wasn't recorded or sorry, it wasn't released in '94. I have the booklet closed now, but I think they write that they recorded the demo in December of '94, but they didn't actually release it to the public until '96.
Yeah, he said that they wanted to keep it to themselves.
Yeah, they said they had written the music for themselves and they didn't see the point in releasing it publicly, and then I guess they changed their mind. But so I mean, by that point, I don't know how far along the Swedish Naglfar was, but I think their album wasn't very far off at that point if it hadn't already been released. So I don't know if that ever caused any conflict, but I don't think these guys really, like, by '96 at that point they were kind of already on the way out. I know they had a couple.
Dude, I'm a dumb fuck. I didn't even realize that the cover of this demo is Naglfar's sailing in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I thought
Well, I mean,
at first glance I thought it was like mountains or something.
Well, Naglfar is one specific ship, right? These
I think
are
it's a ship made of bones or something.
nails, actually.
Nails? That was bones.
Yeah, no. If I remember correctly, the story goes that Viking warriors would always make sure that their nails are cut, or the nails of the dead are cut, so that they didn't contribute to the building of Naglfar. Because what would happen eventually is, once all those nails built up the ship Naglfar, it would finally break free and start sailing and bring about Ragnarok.
Oh, nails.
So the more that
fingernails
they,
and toenails of the dead. Okay.
yeah, exactly. So I think the cover of the Naglfar demo is just like Drakars and longboats, and not specifically Naglfar. I don't know if I've ever seen like an image of that specific ship.
Neither have I. I remember reading that like the first time I discovered the Swedish Naglfar way back when.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, dude,
But
that fucking that label you're talking about, Fine Day to Die. I guess they released something from a band called Empty from Spain. I think I sent that to you
Yes.
guys not too long ago. That first album was really good.
yeah, Empty is a cool band. They didn't get as much recognition as they deserved.
No, it seems like coming out during the DSBM kind of wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not totally that. It's a little bit of everything, but in a more like crisp and pristine type of production style for black metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being a fairly vibrant album.
Oh, we gotta say shit. Just
You
kidding.
don't gotta say shit. I thought you liked this one.
It's a podcast, Paul.
No, yeah, Fred did it again. He picked
Yeah.
a great album. This was
Fred was gonna say, "Oops,
demo.
I did it
our
again."
great
It's a
demo.
Oops, I did it again to you. Sorry. Carry on.
But yeah, this is what it's like one of those things like where you, like Dan said, he put it on for like the first couple seconds and was like, alright, this is sick. And when I got past like the first song, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear in like black metal. And it's funny, it sounds more like Swedish to me than like Norwegian black metal. And I guess that's
Really?
kind of why they like diversified themselves from that. And it sounds like nuclear black metal with a little like melodic undertones under it, and really really interesting drum beats all over this. Like this guy's not just like a blasting machine. He's like doing weird like obsessive snare sort of beats and shit that go like perfectly with the riffs. And even though they're just like chorded tremolo, he makes it very interesting, and like the production on the drums itself are like phenomenal. You can hear like the double kicks and the toms, snare, cymbals all perfectly. And I think that's kind of what pushes it over the edge for me with with being like a phenomenal black metal release. I put it up with there with like the Nidden Divisions and Zyklon Bees that are some of my favorite black metal releases. This is like amazing.
Does it give you the same vibe as
No, not
those
at
though?
all.
Because like, okay.
No, it doesn't give me like that cold feeling, but just with like how aggressive they can play
Yeah,
at
okay.
points, like it goes to that, but then it's like going to another place with like their subtle melodic lines. Like in the song that I picked, there's this little lead that's going on that's like, but behind it, there's like these melodic chords that are going on, and it just like elevates it to a whole other level.
Yeah, actually, gonna say if you had listened to this and said it gave you the same vibes as like Naiden and Cyclone B, I was like, we were not listening to the same demo.
No,
Because like this is, in terms of the riff craft on this, I've found it. It actually goes with what they say very well. They said that they base their music on Norwegian melodies and that sort of thing. And I find that rings really, really true. It feels very, very Nordic. It feels very
One
Viking.
of them straight up is like a stolen fucking Nordic melody. Like
Yeah, I mean they're not shy about that, right? Like they come flat out and say that the music is based off of those, and the lyrics are taken right from the Prosetta as well. So they're not really claiming to be super original about it. But hang on, where is it? I'm just looking at the booklet now. Here's what they write. But the music is true Norwegian metal. Our music are melodic and atmospheric. It has nothing in common with black metal music that are available in the market today. Because of that, have we decided to call our music Norwegian metal. It is a music form that's a hybrid of Norwegian folk music and metal. It is done in a melodic and atmospheric way. So that's what they wrote in their own words. And if we're to take that at face value and assume it's all true, then I'm not surprised that it sounds very, very Norwegian.
it just sounds. It doesn't sound that much like it has the basics of what black metal is, but other than that, I mean, even the guitar tone and like the riffs don't exactly sound like much black metal. Besides a few of the little melodies that they have here and there.
Yeah, I could see that. It's yeah, I don't know, like
Is there even any blasting on this album? I don't recall any.
there's definitely some faster parts, but whether it's specifically blasting or not, I don't remember.
I remember more like cool parts. I don't really remember like what the entire band is doing. I just remember like cool riffs. It feels like that lead guitar is kind of exactly that. It's like the forefront because it's
The track that I picked, which is track 2, Eder Normanes Dom, is the one that I found that felt the most Viking, the most Nordic to me, and it almost sounds like a sea shanty with the way that
Does this have fucking keyboards in it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well,
I don't remember hearing any.
if it doesn't, they did a great job at like creating that atmosphere, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Because I swear, even the first 5 seconds, I was like, "Oh, this is like cool black metal, but with keyboards."
Let's see.
Like kind of.
They don't credit a keyboardist. It doesn't mean they're not in there, but they don't credit anyone.
Right. We might have to scope this out in a minute.
Interesting. Yeah, no, there's no keyboard suggestion on this.
All
Hey,
right.
they had another
Should
band
we,
called. One of the members had a band called Excelsior, and a demo called Blarg.
Let me see. Excelsior. Okay. Lord. There's no cover.
No, There's very little on it.
Is there anything on YouTube?
I haven't looked.
Let's see. Yeah, it is on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
That has keyboards in it. This is like lazy melodic death metal, it sounds like.
Sweet.
And I forgot, before we get into the songs, the label has a sort of thing going on with Hessian Firm too, right? You want to get into that?
Which one?
Our label.
Us?
Yeah.
Our label. Right. Yeah, Nick, I don't know how to... I'm an idiot because I don't know how to pronounce that band name.
Damoncy?
Damoncy. Demonacy? Damocy?
Demonacy?
Yeah.
Demonacy. There you go. Demonacy. Let's take a look. Yeah, the cult kind of brutal death metal band. Hessian Firm is doing shirts and
how'd you get
CDs.
into that? How'd you get that going?
He in the group chat he asked if anybody was down to take care of the U.S. shipping. I said, yeah, I'm down to do that, and he's gonna send me over some shirts and tapes. So I don't exactly know how it's gonna go. I don't know if you order it. I don't know yet if you just order from Hessian Firm and you're in the U.S.
You would ship it
I'm
out?
gonna take care of it regardless, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I just thought when I looked at that update, I was like, oh, cool. Bro's working in the shadows.
Working in the shadows a little bit. Yeah, that came out of nowhere, and Nick was super quick about it and like easy. So, yeah, I like when stuff like that happens. It's not like the fucking Svinville King split that never happened. Even people were like posting about it. I saw like split coming soon at some point in time.
Splits.
Still no. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But yes, we will be handling the shipping stuff for Hessian Firm and the Demonacy t-shirts and CDs. So buy them. Pretty please.
Hell yeah.
Also,
All right.
before we get into the sample, Paul mentioned I was going to put the fucking... That black kid, what was his name on the thumbnail? What the hell was his name again?
Tian-
Day. The fuck was his name? I can't remember what his name is. It's something
either.
weird. I said it earlier.
Yeah, I know. You said it a bunch of times.
I can't remember how to
Yeah,
pronounce
me
his
neither.
name. Day, whatever his name is. Yeah, so that'll be on the thumbnail, and I was gonna put BG Cumby on the thumbnail. If anybody knows who BG Cumby is, he was that YouTube kid who like trolled Fox News and said he was Antifa and he was just acting like an asshole. And he did some videos about like being a fry cook at the Krusty Krab, and he did a really cool video about this is years ago. These are old, but I still feel like a lot of them hold up today. He did a video where he's like explaining the complexities of why Carlton is the better character on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And we were talking about that earlier, so it's somewhat we're somewhat keeping it in the realm of this episode. So yeah, I'm gonna try. Last week's episode I had Christina Ricci from Buffalo 66 on the thumbnail. If no other reason, like people are like, why the thumbnail? Why are you guys talking about this? It's like, no, I just like whatever it is that I'm putting up there. And so
that's fair.
I'll from now on I'll be announcing what it is in case you were wondering what's on the thumbnail. I will be announcing it. So there.
Excellent.
I'm still trying to find this fucking guy's name.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name? What?
Deandre?
I have it right here, like I have it spelled out, and I can't pronounce it.
You don't know how to spell it?
Damn it, Paul.
Duan Ye. Right?
You have it there, and you can't fucking pronounce it. Let's see. Contestants? Let me see if I can.
Donye. There it is.
Donye!
Oh.
Donye! I've never heard that name before.
I've never heard that name before.
I've never heard that. Yeah, like they do that look.
All right.
She figures I had the young calf, now, or I had the old bull. Now I want the young calf. Shut the fuck up.
Which track should we get into? I think Dan had the earliest track. I forget.
Dionde, is that what it was?
I had track
Danye.
2, I think.
Danye.
All right, Fred. Yeah, Fred had track 2. What's that called?
Eternornenesdom?
In French,
I
was
was
it?
gonna say it like Jim Morrison from the Doors, like waiting for the sun.
Eternornenesdom.
Eternonesdom. Eternonesdom. You know, waiting for the sun. Waiting for the sun.
It's terrible.
No, it's not. Fred, say it was good.
Yeah, it was alright.
Okay.
All right.
6:45.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back from the second song.
Very folky.
Fredward. Did we lose
What
our
happened to
guy?
Fredward? Oh no.
Fred, you're muted.
I was on mute. Yeah. I was saying like this
Power
is
went out
the.
again.
I started coughing while we were listening to it. I went on mute and then I just didn't go back off. When I was listening to the demo, this is the song that really like caught me on just how fucking
tickled your
Viking this thing
fancy.
sounds. Yeah, it totally did. And that opening melody, da na 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 na,
Yeah, it's
just
almost a snake
fantastic.
charmer.
I think so, but like it feels like it's a riff that sounds like you're like going up and down on while at sea. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It sounds stupid, but it feels like you're rocking back and forth in a boat.
Up and down on what? I'm just kidding.
Oh what?
I think this song was that part, the opening riff is like the only part that I don't dig out this demo, just because I feel like I that's a stolen thing and I don't. It sounds fine and it like goes into the song fine, but that's like the one part of this that I don't like is that riff. Dun, 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 dun. For whatever reason, I know you guys probably like it, but kind of doesn't do much for me. I feel like I've heard it 1,000,000 times. It's got the Wotan Norden syndrome thing.
Yeah, that also had a boat, and that one sank.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget.
Yeah. Yeah, but the middle part, like the main two parts that go back and forth, I like that a lot.
Yeah, those melodic lines. It's like so conversational.
Well,
That's-
even when it gets like heavier, when it does that thrash riff, that's like
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how it goes back and forth from that. It totally reminds me of a fucking Absu song, which came out way later, from the final Absu album. It was called Abzu. I remember the song in particular. It was called Earth Ripper.
Oh
It
yeah.
had like that beginning. It starts off with the scream. Then it goes. It's basically it's like the exact same riff, but these guys did it fucking like 15 years or more. They did it way before in '94. So pretty awesome. And then even the acoustic like intro and outro are really nice. And then that final like that outro where it's like down. That kind of reminds me of one of the later Falkenbach songs off Asa. So this one is just straight up Viking metal. For whatever reason, like Naglfar and I kind of forgot about that while I was listening to the demo. It didn't really take me to a Viking place. Maybe just that riff, and maybe that's why I didn't like it that much. Just because I don't know, the typical Viking riff. Something about it nowadays just turns me off. But the rest of the album was pretty great. Besides that one riff, that was the only one that I didn't care for.
I think you're right that it's a fairly typical Viking riff, for lack of a better way of saying it, but I think that's okay. I think it fit right in with the demo.
Sorry, Fred. Wasn't.
It wasn't okay. This is not okay.
I'm gonna bonk your heads together.
It's like a teacher telling a kid, like, that is not okay. We do not do this.
No, Justin, that's not okay. You don't do that to your friend.
You don't do the Viking riff.
Yeah, Freddy. No Vikings in your metal. Come on.
No cookies in your cereal. Come on, pal.
Cereal.
Cookie Crisp.
So,
Honestly, like were there even vocals in this song? I kind of like tuned it out.
Yes.
Dude, I didn't even like
Constantly.
Okay. The vocals on the first song, I remember specifically, they come in a really crazy way and they're super like in your face. This one, for whatever reason, I feel like
well, yeah, I was not necessarily tuning it out, but it was more drowned out by the performance of the lead guitar for me.
Yeah, it's a solid song. It's super cool. Would listen again. Would skip that one riff and listen again.
But yes, it definitely has vocals.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's get to the
Your track 4.
yeah, Scumringsted, and we'll be right back.
Scum rings.
God damn, we're back.
Nice.
I think we can skip Dan's song because I think that just shows how
Just
good this
peaked.
demo is. Yeah, it just peaked.
Mm-hmm.
But we won't.
But even then, that
Every boy gets a
acoustic part in
turn.
the middle. Even then, that acoustic part in the middle, though, kind of reminds me of the, for lack of better term, we don't really see it this way, but generic Viking riff.
dun, dun, or the bam, 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 that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like that's what I said. I was like, when I was first subscribing or first thoughts on this album earlier, it had that like little lead part going on. That was like, but then the chords behind it is like what really did it for me. And the drumming on this track was phenomenal too. Dan said, "Where's the blast at? It's right here." And that's where I
There
get
they
my
are.
comparison of the nuclear metal, because it was just like as aggressive, not as cold, but it definitely wasn't like warm Greek sounding shit either. It's
It's pretty
definitely
emotional sounding,
league
pretty
of
sad
its
sounding.
own. Yeah.
It's just super epic sounding. Like that fucking guitar tone is so cool. Played with like however high they're playing on the
Yeah,
neck.
so bright. It like when we were listening to it, I mentioned that it sounded like tonal vernichtung or makuhito or something, with like at least how pronounced the notes were. I don't know if they're playing really really high up on the neck like those bands do, but
It honestly
sounds
sounds
like
like it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the picture of like these guys being more like in the description of this video, extreme Norse metal than black metal. It's a little bit ahead of its time.
I don't know if the first like one of the first bands to do the really high on the neck thing is like Gorgoroth, maybe. But I'd be interested. I'm interested in like who was the first to do that, because I
I
mean,
wonder.
you hear it more nowadays, and it like for '94, it's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah,
I definitely heard the vocals in this one,
and I think
because
Yes.
like he kind of opened up each riff. It's like and then like the next part comes in. This song is just awesome.
to highlight my point more about the drumming, I don't think I got to mention it on the last track, but there was a lot of like there's this tom fill at the end. I'm like, what kind of black metal drummer is doing that? Like this guy is way ahead of the curve of just implementing different beats with having a balance between just straight blasts and also just straight sort of like tempo beats, like during that Viking riff with the chords that I really like, and then during these other faster bits, it's like doing double bass sort of mid pace beats, but he's playing the snare not just on like 2 and 4, but like everywhere else too. It's just like really, I guess, taking, like you can like really hear his voice behind the kit rather than just being like a metronome or something like that. Where Norse core bands are just like fast, where this guy has like a personality behind the kit.
Mm.
Yeah, this one, I feel like listening to this entire demo, this song is probably the easiest to like. Like, well, maybe
Bruh,
just as a black metal thing in general, it's like the easiest to enjoy. What'd you say, Paul?
I said,
You said,
bruh,
bro.
what you mean? Yeah.
What I mean, I mean, it's easy to like. Like, it's good.
I'll pick a harder song next time.
Like,
Calm down.
it seems like I know Paul's going a little crazy here. It seems like there aren't too many ideas that are different from stuff that's like coming out at this time, but this band is doing it. This demo is doing it just kind of better
Yeah, I think
and
it's more of
catchier.
a whole package deal.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that like any of these ideas haven't been explored before within black metal, especially Norwegian black metal. But yeah, they kind of put this super up front to a point where there's like no fucking around. Even with the acoustic parts, everything is super engaging. Nicely executed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To put it in a short version.
No, it flows well.
All right, next one.
Yeah, let's get into Danny's pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Paul said about the total Vernichtung thing, I didn't really, I don't know if I put that band exactly when I first listened to it, but there's a particular melody that repeats a lot in this one that felt way more modern um, than than anything around this time. Like, I guess that makes sense too. That this is they don't consider this fully a black metal thing. It doesn't really sound evil. There's not really a whole lot of riffs in here that sound menacing or like dark or anything. It kind of just sounds like songs
Just like
and
that
melodies.
first like dissonant riff on that fourth track. That's about it. But I don't
What
know
the
if that necessarily sounds evil.
No, that one just sounded like a melancholy kind of thing. That one sounded like the most melodic part of like mutilation or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I would say. But yeah, I don't. Let's check out what else goes on in track 5. Og
Yeah.
Mijon skal Atterfleet.
Beautiful. All right.
Flawless.
We'll be right back. right, that song gets 5 big.
He did it. Yeah, there it is. The last one. Get the last in there.
It's got to squeeze it right in
The
there.
Vinlander. He's like,
we got a sick pause up on that one.
Just.
Paul, were there clean guitars in that?
Yep, I did a good job at identifying that.
Good job, you.
There was drums, everything, bass.
Yeah. Was it an album we were listening to on YouTube?
Actually, a demo.
Demo. Oh man, what a dumb fuck. Yeah, that's the best song on the demo for show. Yeah.
Agree to
You
disagree.
gonna deny those melodies, dog? That was the shit. He
Definitely.
did the Slavic vocals. He went from death metal vocals into the Slavic vocals. He did that weird interrupter riff. It was like
Bass leads.
Beautiful bass leads.
Blasting.
And that main riff. What is that? 4 notes? Da, 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 da. Genius. That's a genius melody.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Vocals are really something else on this too.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'm track 4. But track 5.
5.
But track 5 is number 2 though for sure. Track 1 is up there.
Yeah, this is the radio hit. This one kind of does like feel like a more RAC style black metal thing, like an anthem.
Yeah, because track 4 was more blasty, where this one had the same tremolo like intensity on the guitar, but it was more mid-paced drumming, which I don't know. I think
Go finish your thought, brother.
I don't know. I think it brought more attention to like the actual like notes that were happening there with that laid back drumming.
Yeah, you kind of pointed it out too. The way it started off with that, it started off with that like that clean guitar thing, and I said it kind of reminded me of like Watching Over Me from Iced Earth. It's what it sounds like. It almost sounds like an alt rock fucking 90s like intro to a rock song, and then it's not interrupted, but like right behind it you get that nasty drumming with the fucking with the China hi-hat thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a China, but just a hi-hat just going the 4 beat. So yeah, great vocals. Love that. I think if the demo had more of those vocals all around, it'd be like even better.
It's a good demo. It's a totally solid piece of awesome stuff. But track 5 is the hit for me, and track 5 is the shit for me. And track 5, if nothing else, like that's all I need, really.
Yeah,
that song was awesome.
I think Fred, what's your favorite track on this demo?
It is track 2, but I mean it's splitting hairs.
I think for us each having different favorite tracks on here is a good sign that it's all around balanced demo.
That shows that it kicks ass,
Yeah.
dude.
Because usually it's like, oh, I wanted to pick that track. It's like, oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it usually is like that, but we're all like,
No, this one's better. This
cool
one's better.
dudes this time.
Yeah, great pick, Fred.
Well, thank you. I thought you guys might enjoy this one.
Really, yeah. That's so good. I like the chef. So good.
Yeah, it's like, I think he was just making like a fucking salad or something.
Yeah.
He like takes a bit of ranch in his hand. He like puts his finger in ranch and tastes it. He goes, what's so delicious? I guess ranch is that good.
Sometimes.
yeah, like I mentioned this earlier, but this fucking just the fact that this is Norway '94. I feel like the Norwegian black metal, like the more underground demo stuff, is super interesting. This demo is super interesting, along with I think I found this one and sent it to you, Fred. Fawn. Fawn is awesome.
Uh,
I actually showed that to Fred right before you, bro.
No, I sent it, dude. I sent it in the thing.
Private.
Fred says Fawn was
You.
sick. Fred already knew Fawn, but I did send
From
it
when
in
I
the
showed
chat.
him, bro.
Yes. The
Damn, dude.
the Fawn demo,
Little fucker.
not the '94 demo, but the '95 demo was reissued a couple years back by Cold Northern Breeze, along with some Coffin of Lament stuff. So I have that one. I don't have. I don't think Web of Winter's been released
Yeah.
or reissued at
Helped
all.
them reissue it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was you.
No.
We know, dude.
That's good. You go, girl.
No, dude, Fawn is super sick. Fawn,
Yeah.
you got the keyboards, you got like totally weird, wacky riffs, dark atmosphere. It's dope. And I even like their weird death metal project they did in '92. Energumen.
Energumen. I think it's Energumen.
Entergumen.
Fred enters the chat.
Energumen.
Oh no,
Entergumen.
Vince enters the chat.
Yeah, Entergumen. Very good.
This is totally bizarre tangent, but the Fawn demo reminded me of the. So they started off being called Absu, but they changed names to Void of Naxir, an Italian band that recorded a demo called Catacomba Opera 1. This that demo is a little wacky as well. So if you haven't heard that one, check it out. Absu or Void of Naxir, they went by both names. But they issued the demo under the first name and then the second name. The reissue on CD is under Void of Naxir. Really cool demo.
Is Void of Naxir? That's not on Metal Archives, eh?
I mean, if you search for it, it should come up as Absu.
I see Absu. So it's just
Yeah.
that then. The Catacomba Opera.
Yes.
Okay, and it's got that fucking that demon ritual that's like on a bunch of, or that's not even the front cover. That's just like a side thing. Okay.
Oh,
Like a cool church on it.
the Gustave Doré woodcut of Satan at the Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's used that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll check this out.
Yeah, cool
Sounds
demo.
interesting.
It's a little bit weird. I enjoy that.
Yeah, let's see. You sent a few things, and I listened to some longer than others, but let's see what I actually thought was really cool. Only listened to a couple songs from Imperium, but that was pretty cool. Morgul. I didn't get into that one right away. Mactatus. That one was
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I really liked the True Northern demo. That was
Oh
cool.
yeah, Hidensky folk or whatever.
Yeah, that came off on some weird label. What's it called? Oh, let me find this. Hedensky. That came off of some fucking label that only did a few releases, but they did something that was like that seemed of interest to me. A band called Lycanthropy, I think. Yeah, Lycanthropy from the U.S. black metal. Supposedly this is supposed to be the shit. The Veils of Sorrow. Path. To
Oh yeah, I
Enlightenment
remember those
Records.
guys.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I remember the band Lycanthropy. I don't remember what they sound like, but I remember them existing.
Check that.
Which doesn't help a whole lot.
Yeah, they seem interesting. I only got a little bit into their stuff. It wasn't immediately like, oh, awesome. But I feel like sometimes I just need a little time with demos. Like even with this last track that we just listened to, from the Naglfar demo, like I didn't hear it as as like a fucking as like the hit, the giant banger. When I heard it, I heard that main melody, and I was like, this song is really cool. But yeah, it's sitting here now with the fucking headphones and like kind of being forced to listen to it. It's like, yeah, okay, it obviously is the hit. I just need
That
some time with certain demos sometimes.
that Path to Enlightenment label though, they released the Abominator and Mournaland split CD, and the Abominator half of that is just their Barbarian War Worship demo, but Mournaland was just their own recording from that, and they're kind of a weird Swedish melodic death metal. I think I shared it with you guys a while ago, but I think Dan especially would really like this. They're half of that Moorland.
I remember you sending this. I probably have to check out Mornaland again. And what's awesome about Mornaland, the vocalist and drummer is in Accent Star. I'm not sure what he does in Accent Star. Let's see. He does. Oh, never mind. He does the later Accent Star stuff. But he does the album that you like. Oh wait, is it the album you like? No, it's not. Which is the album with the fucking Fallen One? Do the Fallen One.
Isn't it the one that you posted the other day?
No, it's not off that album. It's off The Inquisition, 2005. Okay. Oh yeah, they had that song Under Black Wings and in the Fallen.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the same singer that I like, but I do like Accent Star.
Oh, there you go.
He was in Skyfire, and he was in... Well, I guess that's it that I'm familiar with. Mortaland. Okay. Yeah, I'll give this a re-listen. Where's that damn split? That's interesting, that Abominator. It's Abominator from Australia, right?
Yeah, it's just their demo, and it's like just straight up war metal, and it's fine.
War metal and what, like melodic Black Death? Is that what the rest of it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. Okay.
But that Hidensky folk album demo is really cool, and what I like about it too is Abath from Immortal is on drums on that one, and I really liked how well, he did the drums on Pure Holocaust, right? Even though Grimm was on the cover, he didn't actually record on that album. Right. And I love the drums on that album. They're just amazing. I think I remember hearing that recording was sped up a little bit, but I don't really care. It just sounds amazing.
Yeah, I saw Abbott was on the thank you list of the True Northern demo.
Yeah, well, it's because he did the drums.
Yeah, and it kind of I didn't realize that. It kind of reacquainted me with Nidhug, because they were also on the thank you list. I like that it sounds like Need Hug. Need Hug.
Well, I don't know if you've heard Nidhogg, the guy that was with Iljar.
Yeah, Nidhogg.
The guy that recorded with Iljar, he had a demo or EP, I don't know, it's like 5 songs long, or 4 songs, and it was recorded back in like 94, 95, around there, and they never actually got released till like the mid 2010s, and it's a weird little EP.
Are you talking about the one from the Netherlands?
No, from Norway.
Norway.
Because
how do you spell Nidhogg? I feel like that should be easy to spell.
Nidhogg.
Oh, GG.
Oh, GG. Okay, I found some like melodic black metal band, but they look like deathcore kids or something.
GG, no.
Whenever Fred spells something, Nidhoggz.
Nidhoggs.
Which one? The 2007 EP?
I don't know. They've only got one.
Is it called Tid for Evig Skemring?
Nope. You're on the wrong Nidhogg.
Oh my goodness. This one's from Norway, and this one's from Norway. Okay. Got it.
Also, the Iljar Nidhogg.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You guys never see this? Like,
it sounded like you
Iljarn
got squeezed right now. I've never seen.
But, like,
I've
yeah.
never seen what the fucking. No, I've never seen this Nidhogg shit.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but you've seen the Iljarn Nidhogg stuff.
This
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right. Okay. All right. What the hell were you saying, Fred?
I don't even know anymore.
Sorry, Paul distracted me because he like wheezed when he said Nidhogg. It's so funny. And I didn't even know what the fuck you were saying, Paul. You're like the Iljarn Nidhogg. What are you talking about?
Oh, because it's like
They got the same logo. Is that what you
no,
meant?
because that's the one with Iljarn, isn't it?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yes, that's
Is it?
generally the one though. Like he was, there was Iljarn stuff, there was Iljarn Nidhogg stuff, and that's the stuff they recorded together. And then apparently Nidhogg did some stuff by himself that never got released until it got released like mid 2010s.
All right,
Iljarn Nidhogg.
so
Nidhogg.
for a word as funny as that means malice striker. So that's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's just call him that now.
Sounds like you're riding a badass hog. Or like a hog, like a regular hog, the Nidhogg.
It's my lowrider Nidhogg.
Yeah, if you ever
It sounds like a mythical beast, that there, the Nidhogg. Kind of like the skunk ape or something.
Skunk ape.
Yeah, skunk ape versus Nidhogg.
It's Nidhogg versus the hoop snake.
Yeah. The Jersey Devil.
Drop bear.
the water bear.
That was a bizarre
Tardigrade? That's a funny name, too.
They're called tardigrades because they're always late.
Because they're very tardy and they're getting bad grades, dude. That was stupid. That was stupid, I know. All right, we got it. We got
Final
end this
thoughts. Final thoughts, please.
Paul's like, can we just get this over with?
Methinks me gave me final thoughts, but if there's another one to be said, this is badass. that's about it. It is pretty badass.
Yeah, I'll say, Fred, thanks for showing me. I would have never come across this, and
Hell no.
it's up there with some of my favorite releases. At least the feeling I get from this sort of thing.
Paul, thank you for pronouncing the name Nidhogg and wheezing. That was pretty awesome. It sounds like you got squashed like that song from that Stott Mouse.
Squash Nidhogg.
Squash
Nidhogg.
Nidhogg. I feel like a squash Nidhogg.
All right, Fred. Final gasp.
Oh, it's just getting
Final
done right in a
gasp.
minute. Yeah, fucking great demo. Like I said, it has its own vibe, but I think anyone that likes the early shit from Hades, Einherjar, Helheim, those sort of bands, or Borknagar, and obviously Hammerheart was a big influence on this, but it's good. Like, just fucking listen to it. You heard 3 songs, listen to the rest. There's only 3 more.
Just like you, brother.
Also, next week we're gonna be doing the fan picks,
The listener pick.
picks. So,
Oh no!
by the time that comes out, you'll know the next time around after Fred's episode, we'll be doing another one. So submit some here and there. We're gonna be doing that for a while rather than guest episodes. So yeah, submit your albums.
Yeah,
Because we just be gasping up in here.
and don't send stupid shit. My God, I can't deal with it. Send good stuff.
Yeah, we're not gonna do everything. We'll come to agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they're gonna tell us stupid shit. We'll be like, no, we're gonna listen to Ben Willich instead.
Yeah, we have a few to choose from this week, but we'll discuss that after we get out of here, and we'll come to a conclusion. I think I know which one we're gonna end up doing, but yeah, we'll figure that out.
All right. Bye, Nidhogs.
Yeah, bye, you nidhogs.